This is to start last year, just generally, what do you like so far about what you've seen from your team?
Yeah, I think they're ready to go. Excited, and as every new season is, it's a great job for anybody that's in the business as a coach, because you get to reinvent yourself every August, and I think that's one of the nice things about being a member of the team. Every team is new, and I think when something's new, everybody's pretty excited.
What would you say, like, going into the season, do you consider to be maybe your team's strong points? Like, what areas do you look really good in?
I mean, we return, a good chunk of our defense and our goaltending. So to be able to have that makes you feel comfortable, as I think some kids are going to jump into some roles that they haven't been in the last couple of years with kids who have graduated. So there's some ice out there available that hasn't been available to some of these kids the last couple of years. So I think being able to have the goaltending and the defense with some good experience is going to allow some of those kids to jump in and take some of that ice time and gain some confidence in those situations.
And on the offensive side, there's obviously a couple people that departed at graduation, but is there anybody who maybe wasn't a big scorer in the past that you could see possibly having the ability to make a jump up in points this year?
Well, I think most of the kids have scored before they have gotten here. So in terms of a couple people have asked me about newcomers, and I'd like to kind of include returning players who haven't played significantly, and they can kind of be in that newcomer role, and I think they can have a good opportunity to have some breakout seasons. So, I mean, there's 6-7 kids who know how to score goals, and they scored goals before they got here, and it's just being able to get the time that they need on the ice, and then the confidence to be able to execute out there.
Nice. Last thing I should ask about Edney, obviously being your captain this year. What do you like about her in that role, and what do you think she learned, last year working with Hannah?
It's a great transition to have a leadership role as a junior, because it's hard. Your senior year, you want to come in and you want to do everything you can to have a great senior year, and then if you haven't had any sort of experience as a captain, that hits you kind of right in the face, and it's, wow, I got to be in charge of the team too. So I think that experience last year working with Hannah and understanding the ins and outs of the team, and really the team is pretty much kind of the same. We don't have too many new kids, first-year kids. So in that regard, I think she's going to be able to handle it just fine. And what do I like about her? I mean, she brings it every day. The energy, the smile. She's just, you need something to get going, she'll get it going for you.
To start off, I was going to ask you about, your new role this year being the captain. How did the last year working with Hannah and that leadership group help you get ready for that this year?
I think Hannah was a really good role model. The way our leadership styles meshed together, it definitely helped me for this year. And then having Kaylee Grant also with me, it'll be different from Hannah and I's style, but it should be good.
Okay. And how would you say, like maybe what's different about you? Like, what will the team get differently experiencing you as a captain compared to maybe them a year ago? Because everybody's unique. Like, what would you say you bring that's different, maybe?
Different than Hannah?
Yeah, not negatively. I just mean, like, everybody's got different personality. Yeah. Like, what do you think is,
Yeah. Well, Hannah's more like lead by example on the ice, and you're always going to get 100% from her. And, like, obviously you're going to get 100% from me, but mine's more like in the locker room or on the bench, like trying to just pump people up and work as hard as I can.
I was going to say a little bit too, just about individual stuff as a player. Like, what do you kind of see your role on the ice being this year? And,
My role pretty much is wherever I'm needed, I'll work my hardest. My role is whatever the team needs me to be, I'll be.
Yeah. I was curious too, just growing up, I know your sister played at Harvard. How much of an influence, usually with people that have older brothers or older sisters, they always say that the reason they play is because they saw their brother or sister doing that and they want to do this. Is that kind of same story with you? Or?
Yeah, I think I started skating when I was really young because my sister was. But growing up, she's a defenseman and I'm a forward, so we have really different personalities on and off the ice, which helps to not be compared.
Oh, yeah. Do you just play for fun against each other, like if you're ever home together or stuff like that, or just skating around? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. We've never played against each other. We always missed each other by a year.
Yeah.
So
I was going to ask you, do you think you could score against her if she was guarding you in a game?
I'd like to think so, but she would think otherwise, I think.
Yeah. Lastly, I was just going to ask you about your team in general. Obviously, you guys have been in the mix the last few years in the championship weekend. Do you feel like this is a group that has potential to be one of those 4 teams again playing for the ECAC title?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
The ECAC especially is pretty unpredictable, and I'm looking forward to making it all the way to the end.
All right. All right. Well,